Oklahoma City. During the first 3 weeks of his NBA career, Boston Celtics rookie Jayson Tatum has played beyond his years. That's clear based on any measure: traditional stats, defensive influence, all the ways the teenager has impacted a 6-game winning streak as a starting forward. Celtics head coach Brad Stevens has regularly praised Tatum's maturity. Friday night, Stevens added that he has been impressed by the 19-year-old's ability to learn. "One of the things that we've been pretty adamant on here in the last few years is you'll play if you add value to winning," Stevens said Friday night before a matchup with the Oklahoma City Thunder. "And he does a lot of things that add value to winning. Age is certainly a large discussion point with him, but he can be told something once and apply it immediately. If he gets beat on something, he rarely gets beat on it again or over and over. He makes the adjustment. He's got a good emotional maturity about him that's well beyond his years. And we need him. The reality is we need him and Jaylen Brown to be good. And if we're going to be a good team, those guys are big, important parts of it." Through 8 games, Tatum has averaged 13.8 points on blistering 63.7% true shooting. Though his 50% three-point shooting could prove unsustainable, he has been remarkably efficient for a rookie starting on a quality team. He's been productive enough with his touches that it was worth asking Stevens whether the Celtics would like to find the Duke product more opportunities. Tatum's usage rate 17.3 ranks 6th among Boston regulars. "I think the biggest thing is that everybody's gotta play to the strengths of our team," Stevens said. "And there are going to be nights where he'll have lots of opportunities and nights where it may be like Miami and San Antonio. In Miami, he has a ton of opportunity. And in San Antonio he only takes 7 shots because somebody else might have that opportunity. And the one thing that's been really good about him is that he clearly doesn't define himself by that stuff. It's a lot more about how, again, he can add value to winning. And even in that San Antonio game, when he didn't get many attempts, he still defended great. And then when his attempts came in the fourth quarter, he still stepped up and knocked them in. To me, that's a sign of great poise. I think a lot of people might rush those shots, miss those shots if they haven't taken a lot of them at that time. So, I mean, if we have the right matchup, if we feel like we have the right matchup, we'll continue to look for whoever's got it, Jayson or anyone else." Boston Celtics news: Marcus Morris will debut on minutes restriction against Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City, Boston Celtics forward Marcus Morris will make his regular season debut Friday night. After missing the Celtics' first 8 games, Morris announced Friday morning at a team shoot-around that he will be available against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The veteran said he expects to be on a 20 to 22-minute restriction during his return from a knee issue that sidelined him for the past 3 weeks. "He's ready to roll," head coach Brad Stevens said. "The biggest thing is he's been antsy to play now for a little bit. We wanted to make sure he was making appropriate strides so that when he does come back we make sure that he's not going back and forth due to that knee soreness. So hopefully that can be the case." According to Stevens, Morris will come off the bench against Oklahoma City. "It's more about the fact that we're not gonna play him a ton," Stevens said. "But also that group, the starters with Aaron Baines, is playing well together. So ultimately it will go game to game, as we've said before. And whether it's Daniel Theis starting one night or Baines continuing to start, or we want to go small and put Marcus in there, then we'll have a lot of options." Stevens said Morris will not play in both games of back-to-back sets yet. The team plans to sit him against either the Orlando Magic or Atlanta Hawks at the end of the current road trip. The Celtics have used 4 starting lineups already, but are undefeated 5-0 when using Baines with the first unit. The lineup with him, Kyrie Irving, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum has outscored opponents by 25.1 points per 100 possessions, according to NBA.com. Despite the small sample size, 55 minutes, that's a powerful mark. But Stevens started Ace once in a situational play, and could be further enticed to shuffle things if Morris impresses early. Before missing the start of training camp, the forward was considered the frontrunner to win the starting power forward slot. His absence helped open the door for rookie Jayson Tatum to earn that position. "It's more about how we want to play going against particular opponents," Stevens said of moving forward. But Jayson's played great. I think that when you look at Marcus is a guy that's played a L.